Okay, this video is gonna be different because I don't know. I just wanted it to be different. The vibe's supposed to be like more therapeutic, calming, slow, relaxed, and peaceful. So enjoy the background noises. And I didn't really want to like focus on my face like that, so I'm gonna be looking sideways and talking. And also just because I want to be more in the moment and like the message, I guess. But yeah, this message is literally this week's slash like week and a half's message is just about really taking like every moment into appreciation and like finding things to be grateful for, because I feel like when we're rushing, not even that when we're rushing, this life in general kind of like doesn't make you rush. But we're busy people because we're trying to get to our goals, we're trying to get things done, we're trying to accomplish things, we live in a in a world full of not even getting things done and being prideful off of that, but we have to get things done. Like, we need things done. It's just what it is. Like, everybody has a job and we all need to do it for whatever reason. Like, okay, we need to build houses, we need to do all this shit, okay? Basic, right? Basic. I'm sorry, I keep laughing. I laugh at myself when I know I'm not making sense, guys. It's not that I'm actually like dumb and illogical. I know when I'm not making sense and I'm sounding a little like, okay, what are you trying to say still? Or when I'm just saying common sense, like if people don't know that and not like getting straight to the point. But I just like to talk. I don't know what to tell you guys. If you don't like to listen, or if you don't like to listen to me, I don't know why you're here. But life in itself is just, I always say this to not everybody, but like people who know me, and they're like, why are you so happy, or this and that. I always tell them, like, if you have a normal good day, you should take all the possibility to like give the most happiness you could give that day. Like, stop making your days boring because it's normal and you do this all the time. Like, you need to make your own days exciting and find your own gratitude for everything, because like sadly that's just what it is. Nobody's gonna sit there and like constantly baby you. And even then, like, being constantly baby, just, I don't know, that's just not weird. Skip that thought. Okay, back to what I was saying. Back to gratitude. I always tell people, like, you never know when the bad days are gonna come. So me personally, that's what I tell myself. I never know when my next bad day is gonna come, so I'm gonna enjoy every happy moment that I have and enjoy it to the fullest moment, because I'm not gonna get those moments again. Sometimes I even miss out on them and I like feel bad. Not even miss out, There's just some days where I don't want to react to things. I don't want to have high emotions, so I do take it. Like, I still feel gratitude, but it's more like in a calmer, like, breath of relief type of way, instead of like lit type of way, because I do be feeling like that on a daily basis, because it's a blessing just to be literally alive, just to breathe, just to have working legs. It's a blessing for a lot of things, and that's my point. Like, you need to always put that into perspective when your life is getting a little busy, or you're getting a little, I don't know, angry at stuff. I'm not gonna say everybody be angry, but me personally, I feel like I could get annoyed about little things throughout the day, or not annoyed. I kind of stopped that habit, but like, I feel like for me, when it comes down to like friendships, relationships, and love, that's where I get like, how do I put it? Not depressed and bitter, but yeah, because it's just something that's gonna be like hard for me, is what it is. But see, that's my own issue, and I'm aware of that. Um, I know that I need to work through that, but in a sense, I'm just trying to say that's my own issue that I have. I know that other people have other issues that go on throughout their day, because everybody's always going through something, whether it's something small or dumb, like I don't know, body dysmorphia, and then you stare at everybody's body and you judge yourself all day. That is something hard to surpass because you are judging yourself all day. And like, that's my point. Like, you need to do the own work yourself and rewire your own brain and your emotions and your own perspective of the world. And yeah, you're the problem, basically. It took me to realize I was a problem then to tell you guys you're the problem. Nah, but I know we as humans are the problem. We don't got patience like that. We were all just babies one day, and we're kind of still just babies who grow up to be more disciplined and mature, have more patience, and that's about it. I guess that's what people consider maturity, just like having more patience and being less reactive, less impulsive, or being like more logical and less emotional based. Damn, where was I going with that? I'm sorry, guys. I do that shit all the time. But we're only at 6 minutes. I don't think I'll talk a whole 16 minutes because I don't know. I've just been feeling so good, so light, and it's literally because I've been doing this. I think I'm trying to say, like, I don't even like to say life is hard because it's really not hard. I think that emotions as a human is hard because they really are. That's something that, okay. Emotions are literally like, I think the hardest. I've kind of put it together. Like, people be like, oh, life is hard. But if you really like get down to the root of the problem, it all goes back to emotion. Like, okay, you're gonna say life is hard because what, like, many issues, okay, that all goes back to like emotion. Well, you're gonna say working every day is hard because why? Because you're not in the mood to do it all the time, and that goes back to your emotion. Like, my point is try to find ways to make yourself happy, which gratitude helps a lot, like a lot. You always have to, basically, it's always about perspective. Even me, I mess up sometimes because it's like, back to the topic about like love, whenever like try to say negative things about stuff, I have to realize that that's like my own trauma, and then have to say like, oh, I'll never find that. I have to say you will. It might be harder for you, but you're gonna find it, and you might have to be pickier about it, but you'll find it. It might take longer, but you'll find it. And that's just that. And that's literally how you start. You have to tell yourself like these things, and you might not believe it at first, but the more you repeat it, because it's logical. Like, obviously, if somebody else told me that, I know they're right. I know I'm gonna find it. I know it's gonna be hard, but that's not the answer I want to hear in the moment. In that moment, because you are so desperate for that, like, because of the emotion you're feeling of like wanting it or not having it, you want it so bad. But it's like, we just have to wait. That's another thing. Sometimes we just stress because we want things so bad in a short amount of time, but it's like, I kind of realize, like, the quicker you get things, the faster they lead to, not everything, but it's like, the higher the mountain, the lower the drop, but the shorter the mountain, the lower the drop. I don't know. Honestly, I used to be an impatient person, and I feel like that's also what I'm trying to make this message about. Maybe that's the importance of like slowing down and really taking every moment into like appreciation, because all of these little moments do add up. It's not like they just happen for no reason. Sometimes we think they happen for no reason, but they really all do matter. Like, when you look back at it, I feel like when you're younger, you kind of don't consider all this stuff though. It's not until, me personally, not until I was older that I realized how everything that really does happen to you, not even like happen to you as in trauma based, but like everything you grow up around really does shape you, from like the shows you used to watch, because you pick up not personalities, but you deem those behaviors as normal, so you pick them up thinking that it's like seen as normal. But we're at 10 minutes. I feel like I'm just talking now. So, long story short, try to be positive for yourself, because I don't even want to get into energy yet, or like spirituality or the God aspect, but the calmer and more faith and more happiness you have, the smoother life will be, even in the hard times. And that's also just logic, because it's like, if you learn how to balance yourself in this like easy and hard times, because going back to emotion, how it's like the hardest thing that hurts us and drives us insane and puts us in mental attitudes and gets us to fight each other and gets us to hate each other and be bitter and sad and lash out on people and spend lots of money. You get the point. But if you can control your emotions through the highs and the lows, you'll be straight. And second, back to the energy part, take my word for it or don't, but when your emotions are a lot calmer, life runs smoother. And just pay attention to that. When you're stressed out, life, there's a lot of little weird things that happen that break or that just go wrong, or that, going back to having faith and having doubt. When we're stressed, we're typically not having faith that something is going to work out, and that's why we start to freak out and panic. And when we actually have faith that something will work out and it will succeed, we're just like chilling, vibing, lit, happy, excited. Like I said, it's one thing to know something and it's another thing to embody. And yeah, I'm not saying you're always gonna have faith in every single moment of your life and you're never gonna be nervous about stuff, but the more you discipline yourself and the better you get at it, I feel like life just is easier. But yeah, people are coming, so bye. I know I look like chopped, but I didn't care, guys. Be yourself and be you, be beautiful. Okay, yeah. Be yourself. Don't care what people think. This world is full of pickers and choosers. Everybody's just picking and choosing what they want. Stick with the ones that pick you. That's all I gotta say. And that pick you for the right reasons. Bye. I'm sorry for looking chopped though. I really don't care at the same time though, but